Lizard people are flying economy class, Vaseline promotes anal slugging, and a trans woman fights to become the first biological male to get an abortion. Welcome to the Weekly Roundup, where we cover the most hilarious and diabolical news of the week. Our top story today: a woman has an epic meltdown over a not real passenger on an American Airlines flight. I'm getting the off. A woman aboard an American Airlines flight caused quite the scene when she was caught on camera freaking out and heading for the exit over an apparent passenger she said was not real.
There's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Reports after the incident claim that the woman believed the man to be a lizard person wearing a hoodie. With this new information coming to light, I honestly don't like seeing how many people are making fun of her online, especially since we know one very famous lizard person who really enjoys a good casual hoodie.
Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that.
Yeah, I don't know, Mark. Sounds like something a lizard person would say. Speaking of fake motherfuckers on a plane, Spanish climate minister Teresa Ribera flew on a private jet to an eco-conference, got out of her limo right before the venue to ride her bike for the cameras. The Spanish climate minister set social media ablaze for what some are now calling an ill-fated attempt at virtue signaling. Honestly, at least Teresa pretends to care about her cause. A-listers like Leonardo DiCaprio, on the other hand, unapologetically fly their private jets to climate summits. In fact, our favorite heartthrob flew 8,000 miles in a private jet to pick up an environmental award. But I wouldn't beat the guy up too much. He's already given back so much by adopting children from both Ukraine and Russia. Very diplomatic. I stand with Ukraine. Hey, but it's 2023. When commuting to work, I wouldn't worry as much about slashing your carbon footprint as I would about getting your throat slashed. A man was seriously injured last Friday after being stabbed on a Toronto subway. Video recorded by an unknown passenger shows the victim bleeding and being chased by the suspect through the train. He's heard pleading for help, but bystanders run away in panic. The amount of violent attacks in Toronto has been growing at an alarming rate. In fact, Toronto is now so dangerous that residents are afraid to take public transit. Toronto's transit system has been rocked by a series of violent incidents over the last year. People pushed onto subway tracks, lit on fire, shot at with BB guns, stabbed, swarmed, and otherwise assaulted. Luckily, Toronto's newly elected mayor, Olivia Chow, is taking the matter very seriously. Wow. With such political acumen, it's only a matter of time before she proves to be an indispensable member of the World Economic Forum. Vaseline posted a very gay tweet this week, implying that their healing jelly is very good for your anus. Pictured in the bizarre ad is a dry, shriveled donut, and then a glazed donut with the words "before slugging" and "after slugging" printed above them. For those of you who are as lost as I was, slugging refers to the act of slathering yourself with Vaseline overnight to achieve a healthy glow. Listen, if I could give you one word of advice this week, it's this. Don't slather your asshole with petroleum. Honestly, I don't even think any gay dudes are doing this. If Vaseline really knew their audience, instead of using a plain glazed donut, they would have used a double chocolate dip donut. Because black people love Vaseline. A biological male has won Miss Netherlands for the first time. Miss Netherlands contestant Ricky Valerie Cole said it was unreal to win the competition. It was an educational and beautiful journey. My year can't be broken anymore, said Cole in a Sunday Instagram post. I'm so proud and happy I can't even describe it. She thanked the jury and everyone from Miss Netherlands' team for their trust. She said she and her co-finalists put on a show and she loves all of them. While the other contestants haven't spoken out about this travesty as of yet, as the old saying goes, a picture says 1,000 words. And the look on their faces says it all. If subtle side-eye was one of the categories, you might have won the competition. I don't feel sympathy for these women at all. You know what men would do if they were forced to forfeit a title they've dedicated their lives to a woman? They'd refuse to compete until that woman returned to her rightful position, barefoot in the kitchen. These women clapping for their own demoralization is precisely why, in more prosperous times, women couldn't vote. Yeah, I said what I said, but of course we'll never have the privilege of being confronted by that hypothetical scenario, because there's not a single biological woman on Earth who can compete with a man at the top of his game. Not even this chick. You'd think that would be proof enough that males and females aren't equal, but at the end of the day, we all know nobody actually believes this shit. There are no people who actually believe men and women are equal. There are only people who want to destroy every last thing of beauty left on this earth. They want to transform humanity into a giant, morbidly obese, androgynous blob so they can camouflage their own ugliness in lieu of improving themselves. It's the ideology of losers and rejects. It's revenge of the nerds. You know, these days, the majority of the West may be atheists, but that doesn't matter, because the people who rule them are Satanists. So these servants of Satan unwittingly do the bidding of their master, which is to destroy whatever is made in the image of God. Beauty, grace, humility, femininity, masculinity, and whenever possible, they'll destroy all of those things before they even have a chance to manifest. If you need any more proof that leftism isn't so much a political ideology as much as it is demonic possession, I want you to meet this guy. This is a biological man who wants to be the first in the world to get a womb transplant simply so he can be the first man to get an abortion.
I will let a doctor who has successfully transplanted a uterine complex before cut the organs out of a willing, healthy, transmasculine donor, place them in my body. I will devote myself, heart and soul, to their aftercare. I will have as much gay sex as it takes, with as many trans women as it takes, and let the transphobes and homophobes scratch their heads, wondering what to make of it. And I want to be the first trans woman to have an abortion.
Alright guys, that's it for me today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out some other videos from my channel. Also, if you want to support me and this channel, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. I post 2 long-form videos there every month. Alright, toodles!